Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more ESWC here live from the Paris Games Week. My name is James, I will be your host, and today, to help me with Just Dance, I've got Justin here. Justin, you come from Ubisoft directly.
That's right, I'm here for Ubisoft. Hi everyone, how you guys doing out there?
And you are pumped to see this. We are on our second day of the qualifications here, live on the main scene here in Paris. And have you seen the crowds out there? It's pretty amazing.
Once again, an absolutely packed house here at Paris Games Week. It's amazing to see everyone here turn out for Just Dance. We're super excited. Today is Group B. And yeah, so I guess we're probably only a couple of minutes away.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting ready on the stage there. It's obviously in French for them over there, but we're lucky enough to be able to bring it to you in English. We've asked the judges also to talk about what their feelings were in English. Very briefly, before we get started, can you explain the point system in this?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so today what we're going to see is we're going to see two competitions of two people. The point system works as follows. 1 point will be awarded from the game itself. It will be scored automatically using an Xbox Connect. The second point will be awarded by the judges. We have 3 expert judges who you can see on screen right now. Jason Altman, he's the executive producer of the game. Celine, she is one of the choreographers. And we have Véronique Albret, who is the associate creative director. So those 3 together will each provide a point, and the winner of the judges' point will be the second point. Now, in the case of a tie between the game score and the judge score, so if those 2 points are split, then we're going to go to an internet vote via Twitter. I think that information should be flashed up on the screen for you at the beginning of each competition, but that's the general run of how this is going to run.
But guys, don't wait until the end of the song to be able to start sending in your tweets. You can do it instantly as soon as the song starts. You can go to the Just Dance Twitter page for more information about that, I guess, to see exactly what hashtags to retweet. But we'll try and give them to you as we go anyhow, and so start tweeting as soon as you feel like it, and we'll be using that at the end of the song if in case of a draw. But do tweet at Just Dance for your feelings and thoughts about the competition today. Now, this is only day number 2 of this group stage. Tomorrow we've got more, and Sunday we've got the grand finals. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Okay, so basically what we've got here, so yesterday, Group A, today, Group B, tomorrow, Group C. They're groups of 4 people. The top 2 from each of these groups will advance to the grand final on Sunday, which will be a mega final group of 6 people.
And that should be really exciting. Again, it will be here live in Paris on the main stage. We'll probably see the people in the audience. There are about 1,000 seated people there, plus I say a couple hundred just waiting, standing on the outskirts, and hopefully we'll get to see that. Often lots of people start dancing, that's always cool to see in the audience, and it looks like our 2 first contestants coming up. Do you know who these are?
I do. So on the left we have Diego. Diego is the current reigning world #1 champion, so look to him to come back with a very strong performance. On the right we have my brother from Quebec. His name is Thomas. Salut to my fellow Quebecois here. Looks like they're about ready to start. I don't know if you caught Thomas' footwear though. Try and see if you can catch that. He's actually dancing in heels, in these giant platform heels. So here we go. They're off to.
It goes very well then with this first song. Tell us about this first song.
Okay, so this first song is called Drop the Mambo. And basically the funny story that we wanted to tell, for those of you who didn't hear this story yesterday, the avatar dancing is actually one of the male choreographers. His name is Mehdi. Actually, Mehdi, I know you're homesick, feel better. But when he was prepping the choreography, the choreographers for the show just said, you know what, you do this perfectly, let's get you in costume and we'll get you out there.
So the heels may be a reminiscence of that choreographer. Getting dragged for the song. Then,
really drawing inspiration from the actual...
interesting choice of footwear, most definitely. It can't be easy for someone who's not used to wearing heels to dance with those. I mean, I could barely walk in heels, even at best of time.
I think he's probably I get the impression he's probably used to wearing those heels.
Well, he's certainly pulling this off. Looks like he's having a good time there. He has a lot to compete against. Indeed, Diego is our reigning champion and looks very comfortable as well. Just going at it, seems to know the song very well. It's hard to tell yet who's in the lead. Actually, I can tell you, and it's Diego in the lead. If you look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen up there, you can see the star system's points with the two colored bars going up. Now, bear in mind that the screens are facing our players, so on the left-hand side is actually the player, on the right for you, for us. It's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird.
You'll get it.
We'll get there.
But Diego seems to be in the lead for now, and he is certainly rocking this round.
It's a lot of fast footwork. I wonder if we saw those shots yesterday to see how fast actually how precise the footwork has to be. Mostly what we see is the big arm movements, the big steps, but they're actually moving their feet quite quickly.
Well, I was watching Thomas earlier on at the practicing area, and he's already doing a great job with these songs.
You know, when I talked to Tama before the competition this morning, he told me that it was a friend who just pulled out Just Dance. He'd never heard of it, and it was kind of this group of friends who was like, "Oh, let's just play Just Dance. Oh, let's just try the local qualifiers." And all of a sudden, he's found himself here in Paris in the World Finals. And he said that asked all the competitors, "You here for fun? Are you here to win?" And he said, "I'm here to put on a show."
Well, he's certainly doing that here on the stage today. But it does look like he's going to have a lot of problems against our reigning champion, as our Brazilian seems to be on top, and definitely he does look much more comfortable today.
The dance vibe in Brazil is strong, so...
The guy just maintains the pose even after the song. Well, the scores are going to be in favor of Diego here, but I wonder what the judges are going to say about those heels. They're going to love that.
I think they're going to love that. So pretty close in front of the scores in terms of the scores. But remember, I think everyone who won the first song in yesterday's group did not go on.
Absolutely. So we have to be wary about that. I mean, winning that 1 point for the song is a great start, but it's not everything. Let's listen to our judges quickly.
I have to admit that I expected more craziness. In this kind of song, you have to really relieve yourself and express something completely insane. So next time, really try to express something even more... Yes, you have to be a diva when you interpret this song. Even if I like that you are dancing into heels, platform heels.
Can everybody see those shoes? Check out those shoes.
I guess the shoes are going to be a hot topic.
Diego, because it
and
was
they
more
definitely
into
should
it.
be. How on earth can you dance on those?
I do like that tank top, though. You got one of those wolf tank tops.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, I agree with Veronique, because you two doing good, the choreo, but not enough for me. I mean, for, the spirit and the like this, cool. So it's good for you, because obviously Brazilian steps, 2 fingers in the nose, but it's normal.
2 fingers in
it's
the
good
nose
for
is an
you
expression
because you do this effort
that means really
to bring
easy.
the heels
Yes,
and,
it's a very weird French expression.
But
French have loads of very
my
weird
point
expressions
goes
like that.
to
And
Diego.
indeed, so I think Diego is our favorite today, and he is going to get the judges' point, as well as the dance point, which, well, it seems to be a first point in his favor here.
A first point clear cut.
But again, as you said, yesterday, every single one of the people who got the first song were outshone
quick word
in
here.
the end by the
Tama, I
competitors.
felt you're a bit nervous. It's your first time here. It's your first time on this big stage. I feel your nerves, but don't worry. Stay with it. My point, though, really clearly on this one goes to Diego. Great job. I really felt you brought it from last year, and my point
the
goes to
judges
you.
are like 100% for Diego, but the score was very close.
It was indeed very close, but Diego seemed to be more comfortable, more relaxed on stage, just having more fun. His kicks in the air there were much more precise and open, and he just seemed to be more on point. So I tend to agree with the judges. Let's see how they do in the second song, though.
Yeah. I got some help with some choreography terminology. Sharp movements from Diego.
Sharp moving. I like that. Okay. So again, Diego on the left is our reigning champion.
Yep, so this next song is going to be Born This Way. Tomas seems to be rushing the moves a little bit. Maybe anticipating a little much.
Possibly.
Right now they're in a dead heat in terms of the scoring, so.
Yep. I like the way, even though the moves are the same, both dancers have a specific way of interpreting each one.
I think there's that, definitely room for personal interpretation.
Yeah.
But something we were talking about yesterday, and something the judges definitely reminded everyone of, is how important it is to not only do the moves and to have, flair in the moves that you do, but also to match with the vibe of the song. So in this case, it's a Lady Gaga song, so the idea would be as much as possible to embody the style of Lady Gaga.
Yeah. So very strong, very assertive. Okay, and there we go. You see our Canadian Sullybird. If you want to tweet that hashtag and vote for him, that's who you have to tweet. That's the hashtag you have to retweet to vote for him and help us out in case of a draw. It's funny, to me it looks very close, and those scores are very, very different.
I think there's that one move that they go back to. I'm not going to try and call it, but Diego seems to pull away on that move every time it comes through.
Definitely, we should keep an eye on Diego throughout this championship because he's clearly brought the level back from last year and is maintaining his title for now. Still in the lead. If he gets this second song, that's him done for today and tomorrow, and we'll see him back on Sunday.
That's right.
And that would have been the quickest elimination yet, unfortunately for Thomas today.
Yeah. It's funny, I talked to Diego. Actually, I met Diego last year at E3 in LA. It was great as part of our Ubisoft Star Player program. But, when I talked to him, he said, of course I want to win, I want to defend the title, but he was talking about feeling the pressure from his fans also, and saying that so many people support him and send him messages of encouragement that he feels the pressure to do well for them as well, but said that he worked hard in the quote-unquote off-season to improve, to continue to improve on his dance and to be ready to come back this year.
Yeah, that's brilliant, because we've said this a few times, but in Brazil, the scene for Just Dance is absolutely huge. Dance is so much part of their culture. Just in this competition, when we see how many Brazilians have come through, we have 3 Brazilians yesterday. Pamela qualified already, so that's already 1 Brazilian. We could have a top 2, maybe even a top 3 Brazilians this year, and that will just show just how strong these guys are. There we go, and Diego is in the lead and looks very happy indeed about that. See what the judges have to say, but so far it's not looking good for your brother Canadian.
Yeah, that would be a shame, but that's, I guess that's them's the break sometimes.
Yeah. But you have maple syrup anyway, so.
We have lots of maple syrup, and I'm sure he can go home and
that's it. Indulge
and soothe the sorrows. But again, overwhelmingly people just say how happy they are to be here and to be part of this process. And even the dancers from yesterday, they were all hanging out, supporting each other in the room.
Yeah.
So there's no question that there's a strong. Here, let's listen into Celine.
Not enough. Sorry. Yeah. No, it's okay because it's great for both of you. Thomas, I love your hair. I love your, really, I love your style. Once again, I love the fact that you put shoes, heels like this. I think just a bit more, for the dance and about the level. I expected a bit more, because it's like you're coming with all of that, but, it means something. It means, okay, cool, but it's good.
As a reminder, Celine is one of the choreographers.
It's more precise.
Yes.
And
so
I think you're a bit more happier when you do the dance, a bit more
Do we know
fun.
who has worked on
so
which songs?
So that goes for you. My point goes for Diego.
Well, Diego gets 1 vote already.
But congrats. Congrats.
Thomas will
It's good.
need both other judges plus you guys out there on Twitter to help him out. So make sure you get tweeting for Thomas. That's, let me see, that's Sallybird.
I appreciate Celine's idea, but I think she's just wrong, actually, on this one. I think, Diego, you're a pro. You dance like a pro. I feel it in this one, but I really felt, Thomas, I feel it, your emotion on this one. I really felt that you brought the level. My point goes to you.
Well, there you go.
Turning things around there.
Maybe see a swing in momentum here.
Diego doesn't look as self-assured as he was a second ago.
I think he'd already projected himself into the final, but we'll see.
Yeah, another great French expression is not to sell the bear's skin before killing the
I know
bear.
it's hard because
Right.
honestly,
Which
I
I
like your
absolutely
style, but now you have to really relieve yourself when you dance. You master the technique, you master the choreography. So now you really need to just have fun. You are a little bit too much focused on the performance and not to make the show. Diego, honestly, we can really observe your improvement from last year. It's amazing. You succeed to keep the same level of energy all doing the choreography, and I think it's really great. My point is going to you, Diego.
Okay, so there we go. We have
There you
our
have it.
first qualified of the day. That is going to be Diego dos Santos. Going through to the finals, we'll be seeing more of him on Sunday.
Have the chance to defend his world championship title.
That is 2 Brazilian already into the finals. Now, one thing to note here is that we had 3 different groups, and in every single one, we were careful to make sure that 2 people from the same country, with the same nationality, were not in the same group. So the fact that we've already got 2 Brazilian going through is quite nice and must be must be really encouraging for those people supporting them back home in Brazil watching this.
There's definitely a strong Just Dance Brazil community, so I know that they're going to be happy to see, either a new Brazilian Just Dance champion or, to see the reign of Diego continue for another year.
Absolutely. Well, he's been here for 1 year already. Why not 2?
Why not?
Why not 2? Well,
A
we're
Just
getting
Dance dynasty in the making.
Absolutely. Now we're just about ready to get on to our next 2 contestants, but before we do that, let me remind you that we have a Female League of Legends Championship coming up. So if you want to see that, stick around after Just Dance, and more Just Dance tomorrow and Sunday for the grand finals as well. Now let's meet our 2 next contestants. Can you tell us a bit more about these guys?
Absolutely. So from Germany, the gentleman in, I guess that would be, it's not a bowler, is it? Is it? It's the felt hats and the tank top. Let's take it. The gentleman in the tank top is QR Absolute, qualified for Germany. He said he started playing the game purely out of fitness. I thought it would be a great way, a fun way to add a different type of workout to his home sort of workout. And then he just couldn't stop playing. He said he just loved it and kept playing. And then I asked him, why take it to a competitive level? And he said, you know what? I just had to see how I stacked up against the world's best. And here he is on stage at the World Finals.
Great. So I guess the next one is Manu Rodriguez, and he is actually French, so I'm sure he's got quite a few friends in the crowd supporting him today. And we start off with the same songs as previously. That way we give all our contestants the same chance to shine on these songs.
Absolutely. Of course, through the 3 groups, have those 3 same tracks involved to make sure that it's obviously fair and that everyone gets the same challenges before heading into the final.
Scores are very close right now. Both of these dancers are really, really at ease with the song. It's hard to tell who might take it up.
So Manu started playing Just Dance on Just Dance 2. He said he saw a commercial with Kesha and Katy Perry and said, okay, this game is for me. And then he just realized he started dancing, and then started playing on the World Dance Floor, which is the online community, an online version where you can dance against people around the world. And then he just said, look, I started to realize that I was having some success, and every week they would play every Sunday, and he started to realize that he started to do particularly well. His success was growing, and he wants to see how far he can take it. So.
Okay, well, it looks like Germany's ahead this time, though, unfortunately for him. But again, getting the points here is a small step, but not a huge advance in the whole competition. So we'll have to see what happens at the end.
I think he just tried to sneak a look at the score to see how he was doing.
Yeah,
Oh, there's Avery from, that's Avery from yesterday. She went out yesterday.
And I believe we've got a few other dancers as well in there practicing for their own show tomorrow. So there we go. If you want to help Manu, do tweet hashtag Manu, M-A-N-U, to vote for him. And if you want to vote for Maik, it's hashtag QR Absolute.
It's interesting, it's just popped up, he's 17. So quite an age difference between Manu and Dina, who's 30. It just shows, I guess, sort of the diversity of the people who enjoy playing this game.
Absolutely, yeah. Scores are still very close.
What are those LED shoes? Does he have light-up shoes?
I did not see. You're noticing the shoes today much more than I am.
Footwear seems to be. It's gonna be an ongoing.
An ongoing thing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looks like the first point is going to go to Maik here for Germany, as he gets just a bit more points than Manu and pulls it off. We'll have to go to the judges to see what they have to say about this. But yeah, it's nice. You mentioned that Avery in the public there dancing. It's really nice to see that even though she's now out of the competition, she could go home and just visit Paris, which would sound like much more of an enjoyable thing than watching other people win where you could have won, where you lost.
Yeah.
She could be out enjoying Paris, but no, she's here dancing along her fellow dancers and having a great time at it, and that's gorgeous to see.
This was huge. The level of energy in this song was absolutely enormous. The whole stage was shaking. I mean, it was really just, it was immense. I was really happy to see that. So I have to say, this is really, really tough for me. You guys both bought it. But I would say, for me, my point goes to Mike.
There you go, QR Absolute.
So he is the one in the lead for now. 1 point for the dance, and if he gets these two next, well, just one more judge,
He'll be halfway home.
Absolutely.
It's true that you are super impressive when you are dancing, because looking at this giant body dancing so groovy, it's super cool. But my point is going to Manu, and it's not.
So the French
crowd
in
and
public,
And it's not
yeah.
only because I want your sneakers.
So the shoes again are not missed here.
But it's great to see a hometown crowd supporting a local hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And you wouldn't necessarily think that so many people would come to see Just Dance, which isn't the most popular game here. We've got many people come for League of Legends and Shoot Mania and other games. But it's also
Attitude
brilliant
was
to see
great.
so many people
I
for
think
Just Dance.
Mike,
Yeah, absolutely.
you're the best for the,
a testament to the universal appeal
like
of the game.
this,
Everyone loves to
Absolutely,
dance.
yeah.
For me, even if you won this part, Manu were more precise. So
There you go,
my
okay.
point goes to Manu.
Okay, so it falls down to you guys at home. Go to Twitter and start voting. We'll probably already start tallying up the different votes that have been sent in already, but start voting for next song and possibly the next song after that already. So that's why you will have to vote every single song. Just in case this happens, we'll soon find out who gets the point 1-1 for this first song between Maik, the German, and Manu, the French. They've both given us an exceptional performance here, but it looks like the judges favor our Frenchman here. Let's see what you guys on Twitter had to say about that.
That's right. As a reminder, 1 point is scored for the game, 1 point from the judges, and in a tiebreak.
And there we go.
There you have it, Manu, the hometown crowd, I guess.
85%
by a landslide.
That is huge.
You cannot underestimate the power of having your friends here ready with their cell phones to tweet. So that first song goes to Manu.
Absolutely. So they'll be going to the next one, and the German apparently seems to be better on score, but clearly that's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to see a split between some extra between
until here. But
song advice.
Didn't exist, so we expecting from you to, look the audience, have something cool. And you, Mike, please, for this one, crazy is good, but be careful to the moves, more precise,
Again,
a bit
our
more.
choreographer
If you can do
giving
that,
more indications how
I
to
think
be
it will be
better, how to improve, and how to get more points and to score more with not just with the game but also with the public and the audience, as that is a very important part of dancing. Sometimes the game is just too technical, and that's not all there is about it.
That's right. Like we were saying yesterday, it's important for the Just Dance World Champion to have that vibe to put on the show, but at the same time to be able to hit the movements and get those scores.
Absolutely.
So this map is Circus, and it's called Circus Alt. Now, the Alt maps, which are mostly going to be saved for the final, are the higher level difficulty maps that we're going to bring out to ratchet up the difficulty, especially in a third song situation like we have here. Oh no, whoops. My mistake, it's born this way.
Yes, so the next one will be.
Yeah.
If they go to best of 3.
My mistake.
This one's born this way, yeah.
That's right. That's right, from our the up-and-coming artist, Lady Gaga.
That's, yeah. Still haven't heard of her, by the way, just, FYI.
Yeah. So as outfits have been a bit of a talking point here, Manu actually is dressed as one of the avatars from the Bruno Mars track.
Indeed, yes. There we go, so QR Absolute, hashtag QR Absolute. Vote for him now, just in case it's needed. Might as well go ahead and start. And it's hashtag Manu as well, MANU, to vote for Manu.
Got even your on-stage host getting down.
Doing the best he can. The poor guy's been up there all day long for the last 3 days. Not an easy thing to do. Oh yes, look at those shoes.
Again, the scores seem to be
very close.
Very close. And the movements, they seem to both be perfectly coordinated. And then once again in the crowd, everyone getting down.
And there are loads of people even sitting in the central aisle, so the judges are dancing as well.
Both looking still relatively serious and focused.
Yeah, I mean we're very far from Diego's relaxedness and just having fun. We feel like they really are competing at this point and no longer here just for the fun. There is more than just that happening on stage today.
I think it'd be difficult, I think once between competitions, it's a strong group of friends first, but when the lights come on and the song starts, I think everyone wants to take home the cup.
Am I right in thinking the scores are favouring Manu here today?
Yeah, Manu really hitting those arm movements real sharp, precise.
Having a bit more fun now.
Yeah. Seems more into it a little bit.
Now that he knows the score is in his favour.
Yeah, I think it's easier.
Much easier.
We're talking about the psychological effect of seeing that you're in the lead at the end of the song. That's got to be a relief.
And again, holding the pose at the end of the song, just showing he's slightly more into it. All those small signs and signals. Let's see what the judges have to say. But yes, Manu is in the lead. Once again, start tweeting now, guys, if you haven't already.
That's right.
That's hashtag Manu or hashtag, and I'll just have to find it so that I don't get it wrong.
QR Absolute.
That's it, QR Absolute. No E at the end of that, just in case.
Yep.
And yeah, so it looks like, again, a very tight score, but it has to go in favour of Manu here, our Frenchman who is already in the lead. So if you're from Germany and want to see Germany go through, make sure you hashtag that hashtag.
Help out your countrymen.
Honestly, I remember you last
All right, let's see if
year,
Manu can keep the momentum
it's
going.
Amazing.
Yes.
I don't know how long you practice all this year, but it's amazing. You did a lot of progress, and I would like to say thank you for that. And I give you my points, Manu.
Oh, there you go. First point to Manu.
And the French crowd again. So pleased to hear that.
Celine, the choreographer,
Yes.
again.
Filling
in for Mehdi. Feel better, Mehdi.
For both of you.
Yep.
My point goes to Manu.
There you go. I think
So
that's
that's
it.
2 points to Manu, and Manu wins that.
Yes.
We will listen to our third and
Well,
final judge.
Just to say that it looks like we have a clear winner here. Manu, congratulations. And I think the level
That's
of
a
competition is
unanimous
so
vote
high this
in
year.
favor of Manu,
Diego,
so we
I know
will
you
not
came
be
back to
needing
defend
those
your
tweets
title,
after all.
but
If you
there
guys were
is some
voting for
competition here,
our
and it's going to be
German guy, our
tough.
German
Manu,
friend,
congratulations.
Mage. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end for him, as he is going to go home from now, or probably, hopefully, stay until Sunday, because we've got loads more Just Dance coming up for you guys. But so far, it's going to be Manu joining Diego and Pamela and Fairy Dina. So that's 2 Brazilian, 2 French.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
2 Brazilian, 2 French already in
And so
the
far, all of
finals.
our ranking players from last year are on into the finals. So no
Yes.
upsets. We could have, like I said, you know, a recrowning of a champion from last year.
Absolutely. So we've still got one more Brazilian to go, and that will be Kelvin Jada. Kelvin, and I believe we'll be seeing him tomorrow.
That's right.
And yeah, lots to expect, lots to look forward to.
Yeah, I think you know that kind of wraps it up for today. It seemed short but sweet.
Very short, absolutely. Well, we didn't have any third games any time today. Yesterday, every single time, the first person to get that score was the person to go out in the end, to get out in the end, where the competitor came back on the second and third. And we've had a few uses of Twitter. It was nice to see Manu win that first one, thanks to the judges and Twitter, despite the score of the game not being in his favor. That's why you guys have to retweet. That's what we're counting on you guys, and more than just us, our contestants are counting on you at home, helping them out by voting for them, just in case of that tiebreak. And I think that's going to be it for now. But have you got any last words? Anything you want to tell us about?
No, I think that's it. That'll do it. I think, you know, we'll see you. I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow for Group C. So please tune in tomorrow. James will be with you, I guess, all of the day for all of the action, and I'll be back with you tomorrow and Sunday. But from both of us here at the Just Dance section of this World Cup, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.